This is News 3 Now at noon. Topping our news today, the Dane County Sheriff's Office is searching for a person who attacked a deputy and led to shots fired last night. The DOJ is now part of the investigation, which put people west of Madison on edge. Our Brad Hamilton is live today where this all happened, Fesky County Park out on Highway 14. Brad?
Well, right now, this is about as close as we can get. As you can see, a Dane County Sheriff's Office deputy is right behind us, blocking the park entrance. Now, as of about 7:15 this morning, the Sheriff's Office says the person who attacked a deputy in Festage Park last night is still missing. Again, this all started at about 8:15 last night when a deputy spotted a suspicious person at Festage Park during a routine patrol. When the deputy went to confront this suspicious person, things turned violent as this man attacked the female deputy with a knife, which then caused her to fire her weapon. However, she missed, and now her attacker escaped. Since then, the Dane County Sheriff's Office has been working to track down this man, and a note of importance related to the search is that Middleton Cross Plains School District have put a building hold on 2 of their schools, which means students were escorted into the building today, and no visitors will be allowed to enter until the suspect is captured. Now, the deputy who was injured last night is recovering at home now after being in the hospital overnight. And we're just going to keep updating you as soon as we get more information. But reporting live in Black Earth for now, Brad Hamilton, News 3 Now.
All right, Brad, thank you. A green alert was issued this morning for a missing veteran from Monona. 31-year-old Zachary David Bigelow was last seen early Thursday in South Beloit at a Flying J travel center. Officials said the Monona man drives a blue 2014 ACURA TLX with Wisconsin plates 8743-ZLD. 3 people were injured after a 2-car crash on Highway 51 this morning south of McFarland. Officials said 2 of the injuries are non-life-threatening, while 1 person was taken by MedFlight. Their condition is not known. Both lanes of the highway that were blocked at Mahoney Road just reopened. Let's head to the Weather Center now, where Austin has a look at your certified most accurate frosty forecast. A little frost on the pumpkins this morning.
Yeah, that's accurate. And we're going to see more frost development here later on tonight, and a possibility of seeing it again tomorrow night and into parts of early Sunday morning. Right now it's 47 degrees, so we have broken well out of that frosty pattern that we saw this morning, but it is likely to return here again tonight. Doppler track currently looking pretty good as of right now, but our temperatures, again, not exceptionally warm, and they're going to stay right around those upper 40s and possibly some low 50s here later on. Janesville already touching on about 52 degrees right now. But it is definitely quite chilly out there. Wind speeds from the north-northwest at just around 5 to 10 miles per hour as of right now. And later on tonight, again, we are going to see some frost advisories getting reissued. Not quite as of yet. Usually it's going to come here in the afternoon hours. That's whenever the National Weather Service likes to push those out. But partly cloudy skies and a low of 30 degrees. So if your plants are still alive this morning, whatever you did last night, repeat that process here again tonight. It's going to get chilly again.
All right, turned the furnace on last night.
Me too.
Yep, gave in.
Yep.
All right, Austin, we'll see you in a few minutes. Federal regulators have now signed off on the use of booster shots for all 3 COVID vaccines currently in use in the U.S. Next up, they'll discuss authorizing the vaccines for kids ages 5 to 11. Deborah Alfarone has more details from the White House.
The CDC signed off on booster shots for the Moderna and Johnson & Johnson vaccines, making millions more Americans now eligible for increased protections.
Boosters are free, no insurance or ID required, and getting a booster is easy and convenient. In fact, boosters are available at over 80,000 locations across the country.
Johnson & Johnson recipients 18 and older can get a second dose 2 months after their first shot. Moderna users who were fully vaccinated 6 months ago can also get a booster if they're 65 and older or at high risk of infection. And the CDC has now signed off on the mixing and matching of the vaccines.
There may be some people who might prefer another vaccine over the one that they received, and the current CDC recommendations now make that possible.
FDA regulators will begin discussions next week about authorizing the Pfizer vaccine for kids ages 5 to 11. And President Biden says he expects that approval to come within weeks, not months. Pfizer announced this morning that its COVID-19 vaccine is nearly 91% effective at preventing infections in school children. The White House says combating vaccine hesitancy is a key part of their vaccine vaccination plan for children.
We have seen over time comfort with vaccines with more and more rollout. We saw that with adults. We anticipate we will see that increased uptake with children as well.
A recent poll shows roughly 1/3 of parents say they will definitely vaccinate their children. About a third want to wait and see, with another third resisting it altogether. Deborah Alfarone, CBS News, the White House.
An independent FDA advisory committee is scheduled to begin discussing vaccinations for kids ages 5 to 11 next Tuesday. The CDC is scheduled to take it up the week after that, which means that puts the Pfizer vaccine on track for approval for kids sometime in early November. Investigators in New Mexico are looking into a shooting involving actor Alec Baldwin. The cinematographer was killed and the director was injured when Baldwin fired a prop gun on the movie set of the Western Rust. He has not been charged with a crime. Baldwin is the movie's star and co-producer. That morning, he posted this now deleted Instagram photo of himself in costume with the caption, "Back to in-person at the office." The circumstances of the incident are under investigation. According to movie set gun safety expert Larry Zanoff, a gun loaded with blanks has gunpowder but should have no projectiles. Still, he says it's potentially dangerous to be within 20 feet of a prop gun when fired.
Any of that smoke or powder or that muzzle flash that could affect anyone or anything, again, we keep a standoff distance of 20 feet in order for there to be no effect on something that's in front of the muzzle.
The Santa Fe New Mexican reported Baldwin was seen outside the sheriff's office in tears, but attempts to get comments from him were unsuccessful. Millionaire real estate mogul Robert Durst has been charged in suburban New York City with the death of his former wife, Kathy Durst, who vanished in 1982. The 78-year-old Durst was sentenced last week to life in prison without parole for murdering a confidant whom prosecutors say helped him cover up Kathy Durst's killing. Durst sat in a wheelchair during much of the sentencing hearing. A state police investigator filed a formal complaint this week accusing Durst of second-degree murder. A lawyer said that in the days after his last trial, he was on a ventilator with COVID-19. President Joe Biden and Congress's top two Democrats are strategizing on how to wrap up their giant domestic legislation. Biden had breakfast at the White House with House Speaker Nancy Pelosi on Friday, and Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer joined the discussion in a Zoom call from New York. Their meeting came as the party continues scaling back the measure in an effort to break deadlocks that have stalled it for months. Well, people in London expressed concern and sent well wishes to Britain's Queen Elizabeth this morning following news that the 95-year-old monarch spent a night in the hospital for the first time in years. The world's oldest and longest reigning monarch stayed in the hospital overnight on Wednesday, but returned to her Windsor Castle home to the west of London the following day, with officials saying she was in good spirits and back at work. Buckingham Palace said the preliminary investigations were undertaken during the hospital stay, but her ailment was not related to COVID-19.
She's done an amazing job. She's devoted her life to the country and the Commonwealth, for that matter. So yes, I mean, she's an older woman, and we are concerned for her health.
Yeah, I hope she's okay. I saw she was out of hospital though and looking great. So hopefully she stays that way.
And it is being reported Queen Elizabeth is spending today resting and undertaking light duties. Well, there's more to come on News 3 Now at noon. What's happening on Wall Street? And Halloween spending could hit a record this year, what Americans are buying and why supplies may be limited in some places. We'll be right back.
Oh, baby, I have sinned. Baby, this is my last confession. You know I've never been no good. But when I'm with you, it feels like heaven. I'm begging for mercy, baby. Yeah.
So, what do you think?
I love it.
It's time to choose a Medicare plan. But why settle for any Medicare plan when you can get 5 stars? With 5-star Medicare Advantage HMO plans exclusively from Quartz. Featuring plans starting as low as $0 per month. Learn more by requesting your free Medicare Advantage plan comparison guide from Quartz today. Quartz offers the region's top-rated Medicare Advantage plans. And they're now even more exciting when you see what's new for 2022. such as the Quartz Cash Card, giving you the freedom to spend up to $460 annually on a fitness membership and over-the-counter items. Best of all, you get to choose. Also new for 2022, a low $35 select insulin copay for a 30-day supply. That's just part of the great coverage that comes with Quartz Medicare Advantage plans, including medical, hospital, and prescriptions, with primary care visits from $5 and specialist visits as low as $25, and dental and hearing aid benefits at no extra cost, plus vision benefits including up to $300 for frames, lenses, and contacts. Quartz also includes valuable extras like $0 virtual visits and fun, memory-boosting online fitness activities. Get all the plan details in your free Medicare Advantage plan comparison guide from Quartz today. In addition to our 5-star quality, value, and service, Quartz has put together an all-star team of top providers, featuring the many doctors and facilities of UW Health, working together to give you the 5-star treatment you deserve. It's no wonder that 99% of our members stay with Quartz, because at Quartz, you're the star of our 5-star Medicare Advantage plans. Why settle for anything less? Learn more now. Call or go online to request your free Medicare Advantage plan comparison guide from Quartz today.
That's not bacon. It's sausage.
Whoa.
Behold, Johnsonville sausage strips. Sausage that looks and cooks like bacon. It's a meaty miracle. Find them in the bacon section, even though they're sausage.
You're watching News 3 Now at noon. Winner of the National Edward R. Murrow Award for Overall Excellence in Television.
Raking in record sales. Chipotle says revenue rose to nearly $2 billion in its third quarter, and profit topped $204 million. Higher prices and new menu items like smoked brisket helped the fast casual chain beef up its bottom line. Americans found ways to whip out their plastic despite global supply chain issues. American Express says profit totaled $1.78 billion in its latest quarter. That was better than expected. Analysts were worried about reduced spending in the face of the fast-spreading COVID-19 Delta variant, along with supply chain constraints. Americans say they feel the most stressed when the biological clock strikes 36. That's according to a new OnePoll survey. On the bright side, fewer than 1 in 5 said they feel stressed out all the time. And older but wiser respondents in their 30s said they take on tension much better than the prior decade. And just in time for Halloween, there's a real-life Nightmare on Elm Street. The infamous home from Wes Craven's A Nightmare on Elm Street is up for sale. Freddy Krueger is helping with the Killer LA listing, but he isn't a fan of slashing prices. The 2-story, 3-bedroom is listed for a whopping $3.25 million. And that's your CBS Money Watch report. For more, head to cbsmoneywatch.com. At the New York Stock Exchange, I'm Diane King Hall.
Diane, thank you. Let's check Wall Street at the noon hour. The Dow Industrial's up 67 points. The NASDAQ, however, down 109. The S&P 500 down a little over 3. The nation's top infectious disease expert says trick-or-treating outdoors should be safe for young children, and it seems millions of families are planning to do just that. The National Retail Federation expects Halloween spending to reach more than $10 billion this year, an all-time high. This year's festivities will include lots of trick-or-treaters dressed as superheroes. Spider-Man and Batman are both among the top 5 costumes for kids. And it's not just about humans. 1 out of 5 people are expected to put a costume on their pet.
We have over 40 different pet costume options for our pets, and they are going like gangbusters, in fact.
It seems there's a bit of pent-up excitement for Halloween.
For sure. There's a ton of pent-up excitement, I think.
Julia Rain with Party City says supply chain issues affecting retailers nationwide have created challenges for them as well, but other retailers are seeing sporadic shortages, so experts advise shopping now and not waiting. You might want to cover your garden plants again tonight. Austin has a chilly forecast when News 3 Now at noon continues.
These days, holidays, we're spending more time than ever before at home, where we're continually inspired to make it our own, where the perfect wall mounting can lift your spirits, and that once hidden path to your door is now illuminated with intrigue to lead you inside. With Tatriot lighting, your lighting is another way to put your personal style on display. Smart, sophisticated, radiant, just like you. We have hundreds of options to make your home and your world shine a little brighter. Find your style with Patriot Lighting, only at Menards.
My mom is a very outgoing, social person. She was very hesitant at first, leaving her house that she'd been in for over 40 years. She was not really sure why we needed to do this. We walked in and we were like, wow, this looks like a 5-star hotel. Now that she's here and she's around people every day and she's being social, she really enjoys her time here. When I talk to her at night, she's happy and she's not sad and lonely anymore. I feel relieved and a lot less stressed knowing she's here and knowing she's safe.
People should get a flu shot because it not only prevents you from getting the flu, but if you do get it, then it dramatically decreases how sick you become. We know when most people are vaccinated, we can decrease the spread of the virus 40 to 60%. And not only will it protect you, but it protects your loved ones around you and those people in the community that are most vulnerable. All you have to do is show up at Hy-Vee. Appointment's not necessary, and we'll be able to provide that vaccine for you, or you can go online and schedule an appointment.
It's more than a basketball court that nurtured a championship. For Alex Lasry, building Pfizer Forum was about creating opportunity.
We said workers come first, $15 an hour pay, and 80% of the building materials are going to come from Wisconsin.
Alex Lasry kept those commitments.
Some just talk. Alex got it done.
That's why so many labor unions are supporting Alex.
He'll be a senator who works as hard as Wisconsin.
I'm Alex Lasry, and I approve this message because leadership is about what actually gets done.
Hi, folks. Saturday morning, we are previewing Dodge County's Prescription Drug Take-Back Day, how you can help out.
And make room for some sunshine this weekend. Julian will have your weekend forecast at 5 and 8.
Get more local news now with Channel 3000 Plus, our free digital streaming service that brings you area news and info 24/7 from the News 3 Now team. Channel 3000 Plus. Download it today and watch from your streaming media player or mobile device. The Farm Report is sponsored by Blain's Farm and Fleet.
And let's check in now with Pam Yankee from the Midwest Farm Report. A frosty start to the day.
Yeah, chilly for sure. And it still feels kind of chilly outside right now, but we'll look forward to that sunshine. Our Wisconsin farmers are continuing with the harvest, and that includes our Wisconsin hemp producers. A lot of those folks already wrapped up their year, but now they're being asked to share some of the details on acres planted, how much they harvested, what kind of volume that they picked up, and what kind of prices and distribution they're seeing. Wisconsin's got 415 of our Wisconsin hemp producers that will be involved in a larger USDA national survey of hemp production. First time that they're ever doing this, and all the information will be gathered by the end of the month, and then they'll release it in a formal fashion front part of 2022. But 415 of our Wisconsin hemp producers are on the list. You know, during the pandemic, a lot of us turned to food as a major comfort source, and that really helped dairy. The new numbers are in that show last year the average consumer had 655 pounds of dairy that they enjoyed through the course of the year. That's on a milk equivalent basis. That's up 3 pounds from 2019. Third consecutive increase we saw as far as dairy consumption. Fluid milk, about 141 pounds on average per consumer. You were consuming about 6.3 pounds of butter last year. That's up almost 2%. Ice cream was a big favorite. 12.7 pounds of ice cream consumed last year, up about 3.5%. And even the low-fat, non-fat ice cream products saw a 1.5% increase, about 6.9 pounds of that product that we consumed individually. Today, barrel cheese is up a penny and a quarter at $1.86 and a quarter. 40-pound block cheese up a nickel at $1.81. Today, that butter, Mark, down just a penny at $1.83 and a half. And I thought to myself, now imagine 6.3 pounds of butter. So what is it? A 1 pound box generally. 6 of those laying on your table, but I think we got it in smaller doses on top of potatoes and all the rest of that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I think so. What does your shirt say? I can't read it. The banner's on top of it.
It's the North is not enough. It's from last year, remember?
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Go Pack.
Yep. I wanted something with long sleeves. That was it. Yep, that's right. Go Pack. Go Pack.
They're doing the throwback uniforms this weekend, right?
Oh, are they? I don't know. All I know is it's a noon kick, and that's about the only one for us this year.
Yep. So you'll be up in Pambo?
Yes, sir.
Go Pack.
Go Pack.
See you later.
Yep.
Here's Austin now with the forecast. A little chilly out there.
I would say so. Definitely staying on the cooler side of things now. We really have cooled down since last weekend, and those temperatures struggling to recover right now. Frost looking likely again for tomorrow morning. Some sunshine, however. Even today, we're still seeing some peaks of sunshine. Tomorrow, a little bit more sun is expected, but then the rain showers, unfortunately, do look to return here on Sunday, especially late in the day. But right now, still quite a bit of some cloud cover. We are seeing a few peaks of some sunshine here and there, and we're staying dry. So it's pretty good news on that front right there, as our Doppler track is currently staying dry as well. But our future track, it shows another chilly night ahead of us. Look at how far these temperatures are going to fall yet again. We're talking lower 30s and even the potential for some communities to actually see some upper 20s. Lone Rock and Bosco Bell in particular there, this model thinks that they really could drop down along with Camp Douglas. So there is that possibility to really see those lower 30s and maybe even some upper 20s tomorrow morning. By tomorrow afternoon, however, very similar conditions to what we're looking at right now, but we're going to see a lot more sunshine for tomorrow. So the sun should make it feel a little bit nicer outside here by the time we do reach tomorrow. Now, taking a look at our frost advisory map right now, it's currently bare. They haven't actually issued any of those frost advisories, but over these next few hours, we're likely going to see these starting to sprinkle in. And just like what we saw here last night, I would not be shocked if almost all of our communities were actually included again in that frost advisory. And with how low temperatures are expected to go tonight, maybe even a freeze warning for some spots. 6 to 10 day precipitation outlook, however, does show that we're going to be very close to average towards the end of this forecast, and it does look to be the case. But in the meantime, though, we do have quite a few of those rain chances to get through. Both Sunday and Monday, some decent chances to see some of those showers working their way through. Much of the same with next Wednesday and Thursday as well. So we'll keep you posted on all of those upcoming rain chances, but we're also expecting slightly warmer than average temperatures. 6 to 10 day temperature outlook does show a lot of orange here across the country, which means that we're likely going to stay pretty close to average or a little bit above. But our 24-hour temperature change really doesn't show much of a difference here as of right now. By the time you reach tomorrow, also not going to see much of a change, as we're looking at very similar conditions, just a little bit more sunshine for tomorrow. But our current temperatures, mid to upper 40s. It is not very warm outside, and it's not going to get much warmer than what it currently feels like out there as of right now. But that high temperature trend will warm up a little bit. We're going to see some upper 50s returning here for Tuesday and Wednesday, but that's about as warm as we're going to get. Afterwards, we do see a cool down, mid 50s, and eventually even some lower 50s returning here to the forecast. Wind speeds right now, really not that bad, however, just about 5, nearing 10 miles per hour as of right now, so that's looking pretty good. And then your extended forecast still has a few more of those rain chances Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Those are going to be our best chances with a little bit of a break in between there on Tuesday, but the temperatures, well, they're pretty close to average, and that's a lot cooler than what we have been used to. So keep that in mind. Temperatures really struggling to warm back up into the 60s and 70s.
It's where they're supposed to be, though, right?
This is exactly where we should be. Almost all of October has been warmer than average. So seeing this returning now, it feels like a shock, but this is what we should be actually seeing at this time of the year.
We'll get used to it.
We will.
All right. Thank you, Austin. There's more to come on News 3 Now at noon. Up next, we'll see what Howard's working on in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
If pumpkin pancakes made from scratch sounds like a good way to start your weekend, then you're in the right place at the right time.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
This is a Wisconsin Brewmaster. He brews the local craft beer, the beer that washes down the Oktoberfest broth, the broth that pairs with the potato salad that befriends the burger that tastes like victory. Festival Foods. We are Wisconsin.
Precision engineering, rigorous attention to detail. A Bryant Evolution heating system is so well designed, it's as much of a joy to install as it is to use.
Good to go.
Bryant, whatever it takes.
In Madison, contact Heating and Cooling Incorporated to maximize your comfort and energy savings, whatever the season.
iMart Express is the only place where you can count on same-day service. Thanks to our local labs, shop our huge selection and get quality glasses at a price you'll love. And see better today. Right glasses, right price, right now.
Habitat homes are built and bought by the hardworking families that live in them. Through affordable mortgages backed by your donations, Habitat Dane County offers a chance for these families to invest in their future and their community. Please donate or volunteer today.
At Security Health Plan, we're celebrating you. And you. You. Your amazing family. And all of you. Because we all want health insurance that puts you first. Find the health plan that's just right for you.
The house before you, over 30 years old, still has its original window. It's bone chilling.
Folks, there's no need to be afraid of old windows. Just call Feldco for 50% off.
Right now at Feldco, get 50% off windows. Plus, no interest for 1 year.
50% off windows ends soon. Call now.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for Feldco.
This is a Wisconsin farmer. She grows the locally sourced freshness, the freshness that complements the wild-caught salmon, the salmon that tees up the cheesecake, the cheesecake that sweetens every moment. Festival Foods. We are Wisconsin.
Well, I thought we were going to have Mr. Food here, but perhaps.
This is the time of year as we head into the weekend that our to-do list seems to get longer and longer. You know, we want to get out and do some yard work, get a jump start on our holiday shopping, and get in as many errands as possible. So to make the most of this weekend, we came up with a fill-you-up fall recipe that'll jumpstart your weekend. They're from-scratch pumpkin pancakes that are to die for. In a large bowl, we combine some flour, sugar, baking powder, baking soda, and a bit of salt. We set that aside, and then in another bowl, we whisk together some eggs with milk, melted butter, and a splash of vanilla. Then we add a good amount of pumpkin pie filling and mix it until it's smooth. Once our dry ingredients get stirred in, onto the griddle they go. I only wish you could smell these. Slather on some syrup and a bit of butter, and talk about heavenly. Whether you make them regular size for us grown-ups or silver dollar size for the kids, everyone will love the cozy pumpkin flavor in every bite. So here's what I suggest. Visit our website and get the recipe for pumpkin patch pancakes. I'm Howard of the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found a pumpkin lover's way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
All right, Howard, thank you. Here's also one final check of your forecast.
That is making me hungry right there, but I'm hungry for some sunshine, and we're not quite seeing too much of it outside right now, but we're going to see a lot more here for tomorrow. In the meantime, clearing up and breaking up some of this cloud cover tonight will allow those temperatures to fall back down into the lower 30s by tomorrow morning. Another frosty start tomorrow, but then temperatures still reach those lower 50s.
All right, Austin, thank you. Thank you for watching, everyone. We'll see you back here at 4 o'clock. Have a great afternoon.